The eighth technique in the Orange Belt Kenpo Karate for Christ curriculum is grip of death. And grip of death is for a side headlock. This is our locking, the technique that's dealing with the locks. With yellow belt, we were looking at a hammer lock. This time we're looking at a side headlock. And in the case of a side headlock, there's always the danger that it can become a choke. If their arm in the headlock position, they're kind of squeezing your head there. It's uncomfortable, and it's a very strong hold, and it can be used again to tabletop you, pull you forward, off balance, easy to throw you over, and even continue with that hold, be able to pin from the side, what they call the side scarfold hold. You can go straight from the headlock, toss somebody over, boom, and land in that hold. So if you got somebody who knows how to do that, someone with a wrestling background or jiu-jitsu, you could be in a lot of trouble, as that arm slips over the head. It's very strong, way to latch onto somebody. Uncomfortable, but it's not life-threatening. If it becomes a choke, then it's life-threatening. Now, the name of the technique is grip of death. So we're gonna. It's still not a choke. It's still a headlock technique. That's just the name of the technique. They've got this kind of vice locked onto your head, strong as death itself. I don't know. I made that up. That's probably not the case, but that's the technique. Right arm comes over your head, pulls you down into this headlock position. So we're going to utilize, as they're pulling us down into it, all the weight's kind of shifting forward anyway. They're trying to boom, pull you down in that tabletop position, but we're going to step forward with the right foot as that happens. As they jerk you forward, we step forward, and we're going to drop down into our wide kneel position. So as you step forward like you would do a neutral bow, we kind of come up on the toes of the back foot, bend both knees, you can squat down lower, and this allows me to get lower and still keep my posture upright instead of being tabletop. So as they pull you forward, and you'll still be a little forward that way, instead of completely losing balance, if I spread my knees out, come wide kneel position here, I can keep a better balance that way. And again, the harder and faster they pull me forward, the harder and faster you're going to get hit with our counterattack. And our counterattack in this case, as I step forward, is going to be double hammer fists. Both hands coming wide, smash together. Hulk smash. Boom, both hands come down. And the first one can come down in the inside, hammer fist to the inside of the thigh there, hitting boom right on the sides of the muscle, kind of frogging the leg from the inside, hitting hard. The other hand's going to hit to the back of the kidney, smashing in. So at the same time, both kidney, back left kidney, and the front right leg, as they pull you forward, pow! And all the weight shifts into that hit. We're hitting, when you do these hammer fists too, talk about the hammer fist being here on the bottom part of the hand, meaty part of the hand, but when we're hitting into a specific point, I tend to like using the knuckle of the pinky finger a little bit just to kind of drive into that leg. If you hit your own leg, flat fist here with the hammer fist, that stings, that's not comfortable, but if you turn it ever so little bit and just use the pinky as you hit into, it's worse. It just drives into the nerves of the legs. So I'm twisting this a little bit just to get that little pinky knuckle also kind of digging in as I punch down. Hitting full on the back with the kidney, I just use a flat hammer fist there, but then using a little bit of the pinky with that knuckle with the front hand as you hit down into the leg. And the harder they pull you, boom, the harder they get hit. Now again, it'd be great to have someone here to put me in the hold so you can see these targets a little better. But it's free video, so it is what it is. These are really intended not so much for like first-time instructional, but to go back and reinforce something you've seen. Maybe you've forgotten some steps. Maybe you're reaching that stage where you want to be able to teach them. These video is a way to kind of ensure that people are all kind of doing the same thing. Everybody's on the same page that way. Don't have someone here to act as my uke and receive the technique, and it would be better if we did, but in this case it is what it is. So we step forward, hammer fist comes down on the leg and to the kidney at the same time. My left hand's going to come up and I'm reaching over their right shoulder here, the one that's got your head in a bind anyway. We're going to reach over the right shoulder and we're going to do that chin lift again that we did back with striking serpent's head. I'm catching his chin, again with my hand, and again drop that elbow down onto their back. I don't want to just lift up on the chin and just kind of push them away, because all that'll do is they'll lift their chin and they can walk back. They can step out of it. That's true of striking serpent's head too. That's why we lever down. drop that elbow down onto their back, and lift the chin at the same time. It's just a natural turn that way. So after I hit here, this hand comes up, it's going to catch the chin, and as I drop that elbow down, I'm lifting that chin back, and they're caught here. Their back is caught that way, so they can't just walk away. And then from this position here, it should be no problem here. They've had the tight grip, but after this hit here, after you start pulling their chin back, they're not going to be holding onto your head so much anymore. I'm going to pivot to a reverse bow, and we're going to blast with the right cross palm strike this time, right into the chin. Last technique with circling wing, use the left cross palm strike to the chin. Now we have the right cross palm strike to the chin, right? So kind of showing both of those options back to back. We hit down, boom, into the kidney, into the inside of the leg. Of course, if you had to, if it was becoming a choke, I'd make this a shot to the groin instead, because the technique's more dangerous then. It merits stronger use of force. But in this case, if they're just grabbing your head, pulling you down, boom, I hit the leg, because you can still get the reaction you need. Leg and kidney together. I come up and I hook the chin, dropping my elbow down on the back, lifting the chin back, and palm strike. Whole thing only really happens in 2 counts. Count 1, grab the chin. Count 2, palm strike. And that is grip of death, and that's technique number 8 in the orange belt curriculum of the Kenpo Karate for Christ.